Hey guys, quick update. Can't do much editing on this video, so for the most part you're just going to hear me talking about the show, but hopefully you'll enjoy it anyway. Again, I'm sorry, it's just that certain obligations have caught up to me, and I cannot do as much as I would like to for videos at the moment. But hopefully you'll enjoy this one anyway, and so, yeah, let's get right to it, okay? Thanks again. What's up, true believers? I'm DaigoUKnow, and welcome to another review on Daigotaku. This time, we're talking about another superhero anime in the form of The Reflection. And believe me, you'll go through a lot of self-reflection after watching this one. The outfit behind this was Studio Deen, who have made a number of well-known titles. A couple I'm familiar with being the original Fate Stay Night adaptation, Fruits Basket, and Log Horizon. Stan Lee co-created this, along with director Hiroshi Nagahama of Mushishi and Flowers of Evil fame. Stan Lee, though mainly known for working on Marvel properties, has dabbled in anime and manga a few times. In fact, one of the original properties he's worked on is a favorite of mine.
It's Karakura Doji Ultimo, by the way.
Most were left in the dark about how The Reflection would turn out, and after watching it, it's safe to say that having little promotion for it was probably a good idea.
Let's do this.
3 years ago, in the show's time, a strange phenomenon known as the Reflection caused a portion of the world's population to gain superpowers. Where some decided to become heroes, others chose a life of crime. As you do. Now in the present day, a faction of villains led by Wraith are beginning to make themselves known, forcing two heroes, Exxon and Igai, to make themselves known. While Igai is trying to regain a life of fame as a superhero, Exxon wishes to know more about what Wraith and his group are planning, with the help of a young woman with teleportation powers named Eleanor. The two eventually recruit more of their kind while on a road trip to find out more about Wraith's plan, with it leading to a massive conspiracy that could change the world as we know it. Regardless of how I feel about this show, I'm not going to give much away unless absolutely necessary. Still though, I believe a spoiler alert is in order, just in case. I'll admit, there's some decent stuff here. I'm a sucker for superhero stuff, and if you can put some good character writing in there, I'm definitely all for it. There are a few moments where the characters need to keep referring to their past and how they got to where they are now, and there are a few instances where it is handled well. Igai/Ian's backstory and arc was probably the best out of the series, since we got to see a musician hit rock bottom and force himself back up in order to make a difference. Exxon was enjoyable at times as well, being a straight shooter when he needed to be serious, but wasn't afraid to add a little snark to what he says or does. Eleanor and Lisa were alright too, giving us two sides to the spectrum in this kind of situation. Eleanor has to deal with personal issues that have given her a massive inferiority complex, while Lisa's optimism and admiration for anything superhuman makes her more willing to put herself out there if it means fighting for what she believes in and protecting those she cares about. Steel Ruler, despite being a villain, has her own moments as well, acting coincidentally similar to Magneto from X-Men, both acting as an enemy and sometimes ally to the heroes. Some of the music that was used was pretty good, with the insert song Sky Show and the ED Sun Sun Sunrise by 9, say that 3 times fast, being especially memorable. The former for its use in Ian's arc, and the latter for its visual style and upbeat yet mellow tone. As for what brought this show down, how long is this video supposed to be exactly? Yeah, there's quite a lot about this show that made it hard to watch. From the strange artistic choices to the overabundance of characters, the show got worse as it went along. The story moved at a snail's pace, nearly putting me to sleep, and the first 2 episodes literally play out the same events, just in different perspectives. In a way, it worked, but the damage from the first episode had already been done, making it rather pointless. Development and motivations were little to non-existent, not to mention, like in another rather meh superpower anime, Taboo Tattoo, there are characters that get introduced when there was only a few episodes left. There is so much information dumping, I felt like I was listening to a lecture at times. No anime, even a bad one, should make me feel this way. Most of the music choices don't leave much impact, and I noticed some audio screw-ups literally as I started watching this. Not sure if it was because of encoding issues on Crunchyroll's part, but if it weren't for the subtitles, I wouldn't have known that Guy had said anything in one of his first scenes. I had a problem with the voice work involving Lisa. The character is alright, however, I didn't feel, let alone hear, much investment in the acting. It's almost like the actress didn't want to be there and just decided to give her most mediocre performance with a subpar script. I wonder why. As for the art and animation, it was okay at best. Some of the CGI looked alright actually, and the style they were going for did work in certain moments. However, for the most part, characters move as if it's painful to use their joints. Any movement in this looks awkward to the point of being unintentionally hilarious. And don't get me started on some scenes where faces aren't even drawn and backgrounds don't even change. The non-ending didn't help matters any either. The show literally ends on a cliffhanger. This is Bloodivore's level of bad. Why is this happening a second time? I want to clarify, I don't hate this show. I just think it was executed poorly and felt it could have been done better. I've heard people compare this show to Heroes, and though I can't make an argument validating it, I can see why they would come to that conclusion. The concept itself is okay, but some decent character writing here and there won't save this from getting a bad score. There's just so much wrong with it, it's hard to talk about what worked without mentioning what didn't, and that's why I'm giving The Reflection a 4 out of 10. If you're still curious about the series, you can check it out on Crunchyroll and Funimation at the time of this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked this, despite the minimal editing, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys on the next Daigotaku.